And here she is, the long-awaited, the second DBXL-E rig that I've been so patiently waiting for in the mail. The Losi, the yellow and blue color scheme really jumps out at you. I think it's a little bit more jumpier than the blue. Blue looks really nice. Really like it, but that yellow though, oh my gosh, it just, yeah, I love it. This is it. This is what I've been waiting for. This is the off-road, you know, setup build, if you will. It's got the tire up here, the spare tire, and I also utilized, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Anyway, the fast lane machine A-arms. I'm also utilizing the Losi DBXL-E alloy hop-ups. These are OEM hop-ups by Losi. Highly recommend, you know, if you're upgrading anything to alloy, try to see if that specific manufacturer makes OEM alloy hop-ups. I really don't like you know, using like EDDY or other alloy hop-ups. So fast lane machine it is. Fast lane machine. Look at that. I'm just in love with these A-arms. Took the wing off of this rig, and for good reason. Here is the wing that I took off of here, and you know, because I'm not going to be hitting too crazy speeds with this, but rather it's going to be a torque monster. Decided to throw a spare wheel mount on there. DJI makes the spare wheel mount adapter available on DDM's website. I'm going to leave all of the product numbers and links below for you guys. So let's get into this discussion on this, you know, wonderful desert buggy build that I have cooking up. So let's get started with this discussion. JOFER-RC, that is the brand that makes the skid plates for the Desert Buggy XL-E. Wonderful product. They make you know, skid plates for a bunch of platforms, and I really like the red, so I got the red on both of these rigs. I would like to give you a visual of the bottom setup of my desert buggies. I'm also utilizing RC SCREWZ, the RC SCREWZ kit by RC SCREWZ. Here it is, the RC SCREWZ. I hope you can read that. It's made specifically for the DBXL-E. These are stainless steel nuts, bolts, and washers and stuff, and they don't rust. They do not rust. That's why I got them on here, and I'm slowly, meticulously going through these one by one and changing them out. This is the new rig that I got, you know, a week ago, and I've started to replace all of these bolts and screws with these stainless steel ones. Again, they don't rust. They give it a really nice look as well. And these skid plates, man, I tell you, they're really nice. If you really want to get to skid plate protection for your DB, for your desert buggy there, you get that. You hop right on it and you get the stuff. It's really good. I highly recommend. Again, using the fast lane machine A-arms on the desert buggy on the off-road, my off-road setup. Last time we kind of briefly discussed on my previous desert buggy that the stance is just horizontally flat with the chassis. Here you can tell that you got a kind of a butterfly thing going on, and here it's completely flat. You folks see that? So which in essence makes this a low rider, a little bit lower to the ground, a lot of bit lower to the ground actually, and you know, for the high speeds that we're after. And this sucker right here, it's raised up a little bit because we like to do jumps and you know, hit a little bit of gravel, or you know, some jumpy terrain where you can, you know, land nicely, not scratch your chassis too much. So that's how these look from the bottom. Again, I'm not done with replacing all of the screws here, but it's a meticulous process. You got to do it one by one. Takes a lot of time, really. But you know, you crack a beer, put some good music on, and you go. So now that you guys have kind of seen what I'm up to here, I really want to go into a little bit further detail and discuss with you on the upgrade items that I'm going to be using for both of these rigs, for this wonderful off-road rig and for the blue on-road application. This is the first time I use that word application in this video, so hopefully it'll be the last time. And let's get right into it, guys. Last go around I quickly showed you guys how this RC body flips back, you know, if you're trying to change out your batteries or if you got to do servicing on this RC. We briefly discussed that it's held by 2 body clips and that it is held by a pivot point in the rear by 2 screws, one from the left, one from the right, and gives you the ability to kind of swing it open like that, and just like so. So here you go. It is that easy. There's nothing much to it. I really like the design that Losi you know, incorporated here. Very nice and easy, you know, to open up the body and to, you know, to do any kind of maintenance work. Now you can notice that there is no ESC and motor in this specific rig. I have sold the stock motor and the stock ESC to a good friend of mine. This rig still has the stock electronics in it. Again, we briefly discussed it had a 800 kV brushless monster of a motor, brushless motor, you know, 800 kV, 6-pole, and a 8S capable ESC. Again, completely different electronics are going to be going in here. I'm going to be utilizing this wonderful Hobbywing Easy Run Max 5 waterproof ESC. Alright, and on the on-road application, second time I'm saying application in this video, I'll be using the Castle XLX ESC, and for both rigs I'll be using also the Castle 2028 brushless motor. Again, nothing's wrong with the stock motor, with the stock 800 kV motor, the 6-pole monster that comes in these rigs. The only reason why I'm switching over to Castle is because it has a little bit more RPMs and it just gives you a little bit more flexibility in terms of, you know, gearing and you know, just overall just a little bit more flexible in the RPM range as well. So here is a high-speed motor mount. This was designed and custom made by a fella from Brazil, and I believe you can utilize up to like a 27 or a 28 pinion, which is just absolutely nuts. The stock pinion that comes with the Desert Buggy is a 13 tooth, I believe, and you can really you know, the sky is pretty much the limit with this setup right here. I'm gonna leave the information, the product information, in the description box below. This was about $50 American to order. The guy is a great guy. He has an online store on eBay, and he sells a lot of unique parts. He custom CNC machines everything. I'm very, very excited to be utilizing this specific high-speed motor mount for my on-road high-speed rig. All right, and just look at the quality of the machining. Very, very nicely done. Very, very nice. Highly recommend. All right, this is for high speed baby, right here. Bam. Another critical item that I think everybody should be utilizing is the RC SCREWZ screw kit from RC SCREWZ. These are all stainless steel. Highly recommend for you guys to be using these. They come with some shims, some washers and stuff, and really good stuff. I'm really happy with these bolts, screws, washers, and nuts. Get it. It doesn't rust. It does not rust. It gives your RC a really, a better look. I got two of these guys, two of these suckers. You guys see that? See that? It's $100 Canadian for the kit, but it's worth it. You're not gonna have any rusty screws or anything like that. Get yourself a kit. I'm getting everything from DDM's website. RC SCREWZ. Yeah, man. Alright. Let's talk bearings. The stock bearings that Losi uses within this specific desert buggy, they're good bearings, but they aren't sealed. They just have the metal shielding on them. Nothing wrong with these bearings if you are using them, for an on-road application where there isn't that much dirt and dust and moisture, especially water. If water starts to get in here or any kind of moisture, you're gonna get rust. You're gonna have rusty parts. So the stock parts come with these bearings. Again, they're not bad bearings, but I think a 5th scale brushless desert buggy should have sealed bearings, right? This is specifically for on-road, really. Again, if water gets in here, it'll start to rust. Not good. So, Team Fast Eddy bearings, that's what you need. You want to get the sealed bearings. And you know what's really weird? Last time when I ordered these specific bearings from DDM, Team Fast Eddy, they gave me this little bag. It just came like this. Usually it comes in like a nice, Team Fast Eddy pouch, if you will. But I think the packaging may have been broken and they had to, utilize something else as packaging. So, that's what I'm using in my rigs. I'm only using rubber sealed bearings. They're a little bit better. They hold up a lot better to dirt, water, dust, mud, whatever it is, you're throwing your DB into. The rubber sealed bearings are always better. Guaranteed. No question about it. It's not just my opinion. Guaranteed, everyone else will tell you that rubber sealed bearings are the bomb. That's what you need. Okay, this stuff, it's good for like on-road, dry conditions. Good bearings, but just not appropriate for this application in my eyes. So again, get it from DDM. Great upgrade to have. Get the rubber sealed bearings. you know, I just recommend the rubber sealed. It's just better. All right. The stock parts within the DBXL-E, and you know what, with any other stock rig, whether it be Traxxas, HPI, or Losi, all of these parts, they have a lot of slop in them, within them, a lot of play. So these are the stock C-hubs and axle carriers from the DBXL-E, and I want to demonstrate to you how much slop you are getting within your parts. Do you see that? See that movement? So that's the okay movement. That's the way it should be here. That's pretty obvious. What I'm talking about is this play up and down. You see that movement up there? And that is a lot. You know, and I absolutely, truly just cannot stand a rig with a lot of slop. And you know, it's really upsetting when you're paying $1,400–$1,500 Canadian for a brushless, expensive rig. Are you expecting that, you know, you're getting quality stuff? The parts are all good, it's just the slop within them. Again, not something that I would recommend. I hate slop. And you know, the same thing goes when you're buying alloy parts, alloy C-hubs, etc. There is still slop within them. So shims are your best friend. Shims, and more shims. Here is an example of some shims. We got a combination of 1 mil, 2 mil, and 3 mil thickness, and all the way up to a 2 mil thickness washer or shim, whatever you want to call it. Really, really critical in any RC build. A lot of manufacturers make these. You can get them at your local hardware store. DDM, Team Fast Eddy, makes a bunch of these kits. My recommendation with any type of build, with any type of RC build, order yourself a bunch of shims, order yourself a bunch of washers, and remove that play. Get rid of that. You know, your 5th scale rigs are really, really heavy, especially when you start to upgrading them. All of that constant force going up and down, it's like a, you know, it's like a sledgehammer constantly bombarding your plastic or alloy parts, whatever it may be. So highly recommend shims. Shim the crap out of your you know, RC cars. Highly recommend. You know, just makes it a lot more nicer, higher quality product. And there you go. I highly recommend shims. Get on it. Team Fast Eddy has a bunch. Check them out on DDM's website. And giving you an example here with the assembled complete product, these are the DBXL-E Losi alloy parts, and I want to show you the play that I have right now. Do you see that? Hear that? You can hear it a tiny little bit, but you cannot visually see it. Let me focus there for you. You see the tiny little shim in there? Tiny little silver piece. You can see it. That is a shim / washer in there. Again, super critical when you're installing expensive alloy hop-ups on your rigs. Just shim them. No matter how much these parts are, there's always going to be a little bit of play in them. Always going to be a little bit of play. This one has absolutely zero movement. Again, that's the way it should be, obviously, for the C-hubs and the axle carrier to move like that. But the vertical, the vertical motion has been reduced to absolute zero. Thanks to the shims and to the washers. I highly recommend shimming your A-arms as well. If you take a look, I hope we're going to be able to see to see that in there. I don't think we'll be able to get a good view of it from here, but even my A-arms are completely shimmed. I think you can see some washers in there. Even if you install these expensive, you know, alloy A-arm kits and you know, C-hubs, you're paying a lot of money for. Make sure that there's no movement, you know, in your setups. Losi provides some very wonderful stock washers. You can see them right there. See that right there? There you go. Let me focus that in a little bit more for you. Hope you can see that. That really removes the play within these parts. See those two little, so 4 shims in total that we got from Losi here. Super critical, and I had to also shim the rears. The rear A-arms, again, it's hard to visually see them from here, but super critical. Get it done, shim it. I know it takes a lot of time. It's super frustrating sometimes to get the correct shim within your parts, but get it done. You know, you'll be you're not going to regret it. You'll have a nice quality build rig with 0 slop, etc. And that's it for today, guys. I want to finalize this video with just a quick overview. Again, this is the off-road application. Third time I'm saying application in this video. Woohoo! That is the high speed with the wing, obviously. My next upgrade are going to be Bishop Racing wheels. Bishop Racing, you folks heard it right. Those are going to be going on next. The on-road is going to have the slicks. The slicks, 4-inch slicks, baby. And the off-road is going to have 3-inch off-road crazy goodness tires. I'm very excited. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, dislike, always leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Anything helps, guys. Your input helps, no matter if it's good or bad. Let me know. What do you think so far of this build? Bonkers again. I'm gonna finish my video with saying it is absolutely bonkers, and I absolutely agree. So going forward, again, next video is going to be the tires. I still have to get my ESCs and my motors to come in. Again, I am not sponsored by Losi or by Castle or by Hobbywing or by Fastlane Machine, so I have to save up for all of this stuff, and my videos tend to be a little bit stretched out in terms of time posting on YouTube. So you know, that's why it takes me about a month to post a new video, because it takes me about a month to save up money and to be ordering all of these super expensive parts. I'm doing it while I'm still single, while I'm not married, right guys? You know, get it done quick, because once you're married, once you got kids, ooh boy, I'm pretty sure she's not going to let you spend too much money on these toys. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Please let me know what you think. Much love. All the best to you guys, and have a wonderful weekend. Till next time. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.